just got quiet after.
It'd be so awesome.
Waiting for podcast to be published. Boys ready? Last 5 seconds before we start this. You're live. Alright.
What's up?
Hey guys.
I got a mean beaner.
All right, well Joey's gone.
So
What?
Oh my God. He yelled, "I got a mean beaner," right as it started. Hey guys.
We'll actually start the video now instead of him laughing at a mean beaner joke.
Has it even started? I don't think it even started on freaking YouTube yet.
Oh
No, it says it's live, so it's live.
Hey, that means we're live.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
gonna
alright.
get
Live,
demonetized
1
now.
minute 35. Alright,
We're gonna get
alright.
demonetized for saying mean beaner.
Stop. Stop.
Joey, shut up.
Alright. Just
Okay,
calm
okay,
down.
okay,
It's,
okay.
it's not that funny.
It really wasn't though. You guys, what's the square root of 40?
Boomer humor. Alright. Hey guys, I am Zach,
Joey, shut up! It's not funny.
and this is Phil,
Mute
and
yourself. Yeah, this is Phil. Your boy Phil.
Joey, Kenshin.
Hi.
Yeah, me too.
They call me Gooball.
So
Yeah, just call me Phil.
you know that we are shooting for hot topics right now. So basically, we got really like outline of what we're going to talk about. So we got like coronavirus things to talk about. We got stock market,
What did we say before we started the video?
and
Joey?
then we got like stock market stuff to talk about, and then government type things. Because we
Alright,
want to
let's
talk
get
about
started.
that. So we're gonna be talking about right now, like, just a basic story. Yeah, coronavirus is getting pretty bad. It's all over the United States so far right now.
Yeah, we all better.
China's been hit.
skedaddle.
Italy's been hit
Well,
majorly.
obviously, China's been
12
hit.
states
That's where
Yeah,
it started.
yeah,
of
China.
The US has been hit. 12 states of the US has been hit.
It's not, the Ohio boys. We don't
Yeah.
don't really want it to spread here. It's basically.
Yeah, we don't be
we don't
So,
wanna be
like-
corona filled.
Yeah, basically we're just gonna start talking about like that. So yeah, the coronavirus, it's really
pretty gay.
It's a really big thing. And
A lot of
it's-
memes about it too.
yeah,
It's not usually that good, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, they just got bad. They were funny at first, and they just got like bad. Like it's a serious thing.
so are we putting an end to the coronavirus memes?
no.
You should
No, just no.
just know, alright?
We're not.
I'm probably the hardest out of the group, by the way, boys.
No.
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 Yeah.
Just not usually that good.
All right.
Second,
We're good. Our audio's good.
Check.
Yeah. Papa Bibo.
You beaner.
Joey. Let's not get demonetized now.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's not get demonetized.
What's you guys' favorite?
So all right. So we're gonna start talking about. Yeah, the coronavirus. So basically, what it is it's a Wuhan company thing that was caused by like bats. I think it was.
Dead bats soup.
Yeah, it was something about that, or no, the bat bit a pig, and then the people who had that pig, I guess, like sold it or something, and they ate it also, which got them the coronavirus. I think that's a story that I heard, so it could be possibly a theory for all I know. But basically, that theory I think is quite true, but I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts on it?
I don't know. I thought it was a fruit bat, but that could be false.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
Yeah, I was just talking
Probably.
about like the bat too. It's all up to chances, really, and it's all up to chances too that it will hit your states that you're in.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really
big
want to get
chance.
infected with a disease that starts with alcohol. You know,
Nah, not really, buddy. No one does.
I mean, like some people do. I mean, you could probably find someone that goes Corona time and really wants it.
Yeah, but like, a lot of the stuff that it's causing is really not a good thing to this world, and
Stuff we don't really need at the moment.
like take for the Black Plague. We all remember the Black Plague if you've gone to social studies class.
It's 7th grade, yeah.
Yeah, so social studies, they talked about the coronavirus. Not coronavirus, what am I thinking?
The Black Plague.
The Black Plague. They talked about the Black Plague. And yeah, it's a big thing. It killed 25 million people, but it only stayed in Europe. And the reason why it only stayed in Europe was because there was no transportation, and I don't think it was an airborne illness like Corona is. Corona is an airborne illness, if you didn't know, so I would watch out for that.
That's why people are
That's what. Yeah.
quarantined.
Being quarantined in their houses.
Yeah, it's really spreading a lot. Once it hits New York City, that's one of the second biggest cities, I think, in the United States, I want to say. Isn't it one of the second biggest cities?
I think it might be.
First or second?
Largest.
I think it's second. I don't know. But yeah, once it hits that, that's going to be a major outbreak, and people there are really going to have to be paying attention to what they're doing, making sure nothing happens.
Yeah, that's gonna be. It'd be.
But like, otherwise, I'm saying our chances of Corona hitting our state is pretty
Pretty good.
big.
So here's our plan. We buy a plane ticket to Australia, or where's Elon
I don't
Musk?
wanna get
Australia has the Corona. It's been there.
I don't wanna
shoot.
get burned.
All right, we go get Elon Musk. I heard Zach say this earlier.
We hijack one of his
You know,
we
just live on-
hijack his thing. Their
Yeah,
rockets,
we just live on the moon, pretty much.
obviously. But
No one's gonna touch me with the coronavirus and the moon.
so
So-
about the coronavirus, it's causing stocks to drop, which is a big thing for people who obviously invest in stocks. So if I go look at the stocks, they're rising currently, but yesterday they were going through a pretty big drop. They had to recover from what was happening yesterday. They were all going down by pretty big percentages. But today we got like the medical marijuana company going up by 16%, Verizon company going up by 5%,
Why is that your
Starbucks-
first thing?
Starbucks by 5%, Nike by 3, Home Depot by 5. Like all those basic ones are going up. They're finally going up again, which is, I mean, good. Is that they're
How
doing
about
that.
Starbucks?
Starbucks, I said it was 5% going up, but it was pretty low yesterday. I think, yeah, it dropped, and I guess it was said to actually be the lowest it's gotten in since 2008, I think, which is pretty insane to me because that is a lot.
Yeah.
That really took a toll, but like I don't know.
Well,
That's something that could definitely we could look into that future topic, stocks and stuff.
yeah,
Oh yeah, we're really would be happy to take suggestions for what we're going to do.
Yeah.
that'd be pretty epic if y'all could like. I mean, this sounds like every other basic
boys
YouTuber,
up.
but like, we actually do need some suggestions on, like, what to do. So leave a comment, get us and help get more comments by liking and subscribing.
Share.
Share it. Share to your friends.
Yeah. The yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff is just like,
That's awful. I mean,
yeah, it's really just not a good.
you don't want anyone
thing that's
vibing in
happening.
that either. No one wants to vibe with some
Yeah.
corona.
Yeah, it could be very fatal. I'm seriously thinking that it could potentially do a lot more damage than it has done.
Yeah, it hit
Well,
Washington.
they see today the news came out today and they were like, well, they found they think they found a vaccine for the coronavirus, which like, you know,
Which is good.
that it's good, but like, yet what do you think the coronavirus, because it has to wait a year for it to actually come to the general public, so like what could that do in that time span of a year? Well, the vaccination, what could happen between here and a year from now
Yeah, like
going on with that?
yeah, like you just said, like that year could possibly be the death of humankind. But that, I think that's over dramatic.
Yeah, it's a
and
bit
Yeah.
over
It's
dramatic.
a
Yeah.
huge drastic thing change than what it's currently at.
I think the whole like Earth would like come together. Like,
Did you guys
different
actually know
countries.
there is an international flag?
What?
There's an international flag, yeah. It's a blue flag. It's a, I don't know.
What?
It's a thing. You can search it up.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a international flag. It's placed in Antarctica.
No way. That's
yeah,
not
it
true.
is. Search it up. You can search it up right now.
What is it?
International.
International flag. Australia? No, not Australia.
International flag
In Antarctica.
Antarctica. I don't know where I saw this one time. Yeah. It's the international flag of the Earth.
Well, there's also a flag of Antarctica that I just found out. So it's just like it's just a blue flag, the blue background with like the shape of Antarctica.
Yeah, with a bunch of lines through it. Yeah, but I don't know. That's just a cool side topic. You can
So,
do some research on that yourself. if
my
you really
friend told
wanted to.
me something about like in 2060 or something like that. So right now there's the land in Australia, not Australia. Why do I keep saying Australia? Antarctica. There's like the inland. So in like 50 years from now, right now you can't claim land there, but 50 years from now, any country is allowed to claim land in Antarctica. So I mean,
I call dibs.
like pretty
Yeah.
much it's like I call dibs, it's mine, and so they get like not the coast, but like the just like the actual, just like that whole land of Antarctica. So like, what is? Imagine Russia claims it. I mean, like they don't even need all that land already because they've got the biggest country in the world. But
Did you hear that Russia's actually bigger than Pluto?
I want to name it Wakanda.
why are we coming up with these weird facts? I don't even know.
I'm naming the Antarctica Wakanda.
So, actually, a cool thing to think about is you take the size of Russia, thinking how big Pluto is, even though it's a dwarf planet, I think it's called. The size of Russia, it looks tiny on a map, but it's thousands of miles wide, like more
Yeah.
than that. Like, it's huge. And if you look at Pluto, I don't know the full diameter of Pluto.
Look it up. Look it up.
I am. Of,
Just finish.
so, yeah, Pluto, it is 2,300 and, or 2,000, oh wait, has a larger domain, 2,376 kilometers. I don't know the kilometers to miles. Km to miles. But yeah, you take a look at Russia and the size of that. I guess that is also a cool thing to think about too. Just the size
Yeah.
of the place, comparing it. That is
Check out-
1,476 miles. And Russia, Russia is 6.602 million square miles.
Is Texas a country?
It was for 10 years. By itself, yeah.
Russia, yeah. And about like Russia, if there is to be a World War III, what do you guys think the Russian army would side with, or would they even side with anything?
Not with us, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, because Trump's
I
like
think they
best
would
friends with
side
Putin.
with China or something.
best friends with Putin. You know, Trump does that all the stuff. He just calls
Yeah,
out somebody.
Trump just
He calls
Trump's
out
like-
somebody and he says, "Hey, you want to meet up?" It's not like formal or anything. You just like, "Hey, what's up? You want
hey,
to
you
go?"
wanna play one-on-one basketball with me, buddy?
Oh shoot! All right, I just got a subscriber. Thanks for subscribing. That scared me actually. Currently up to 103
Seeing you wanna watch
subscribers.
us?
Ooh.
We had 3 viewers. We peaked. Yeah, this channel is kind of dead, but don't mind that. You know.
Yeah, don't mind that. We're just vibing up in here.
But yeah, back to what we were saying, the coronavirus. Like, you really don't got much more to say about it. It's basically just like common
It's a
cold symptoms.
disease.
It's a virus, not a disease. Stupid. Just
It's like a common cold symptoms. You get oh, we're at 4 viewers. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. But yeah, it's common cold symptoms. You just get like a cough, I think, and runny nose, all that, like congestion, headache, nausea, and short of breath. You really think, how close is that to common cold or flu, or mostly the flu? But and like also, I've heard a ton of stuff, controversy about like which is the more brutal sickness right now, the corona or the flu. The
so
flu
more
has
people
killed
have
more.
died by the flu
Yeah.
this year than the
Yeah.
coronavirus.
But
Hey.
like the corona's climbing. To be honest, it's really climbing.
Yeah, and it's it's kind of scary to think about all these diseases out there, but as long as you get vaccinated, not to disgrace anyone's beliefs about vaccination, but I don't think there's any harm in just getting yourself a shot of vaccinated, just so you don't get any of these diseases or anything like that. So I mean, just be more cautious about that stuff.
There's currently 90,000 coronavirus cases, 3,000 deaths, and 45,000 people recovered. That's almost half. That's a little bit below half.
That's good. There's a kind of recovery.
And if you do look, I will post this in chat. This link. If you go down a little bit, you can actually see that the coronavirus is peaking at a certain amount. I don't know what it is. 88,000 March 1st. 88,000 the total cases. It's peaking.
Mhm.
And if you look at the logarithmic, I think that's how you say it, scale, it's almost going flat. It may stop, or how it was beforehand, it was going down and up just a little bit. It was only going down a little bit. It wasn't going down much. But it could possibly be going down and then hitting even harder for all we know. I don't really know if we have an estimate on what it's going to do. But all we can do is hope.
Yeah. Next topic.
We got like stock, or what do you want to talk
Gaming.
about? No. We got like stock. We still got a little bit to stock topic, or we got the president candidates, and we're not going to
Like-
President.
we're not going to get very controversial. You can have any view you would like. This is quite a free country.
I like Bloomberg because he has commercials.
Michael, get it done.
Trump's an idiot. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's just
Don't
basically
dare me.
what your point of view is. You're able to think anything you want. It doesn't matter. But
No, you're not allowed.
You know the Samsung Galaxy S20
Okay, that's a
Ultra?
joke.
That thing's powering a literal PC because it's got 32 gigabytes of RAM. My PC doesn't even have 32 gigabytes of RAM.
so like the president candidates, you know what Bernie's trying to do? He's trying to increase tax,
You know,
That's gay.
but he's trying to decrease student loans, I think. I heard that somewhere.
but he loves Bernie.
But
Bernie man. Yes, Trey?
Phil, your computer doesn't even have an HDMI cord.
Yeah, it does. What are you talking about, Joey?
Yeah, but do you know how to plug it in?
Of course I do, Jay.
So like the what is it called?
Can you, Joey?
The Bernie Sanders, we're just going to talk about that. So what he, like I said, he's trying to increase tax but decrease student loans. And you know, you go through all of these years of school just for student loans or just to go to college. But it's
I like
almost
college.
it's almost just like what I said. You go through all these years of school and you get into college and you're paying these massive student loans. Those student loans put lots of stress
Most
on.
people don't usually pay their student loans, so I would admit that. Most people don't.
Yeah, they really put them off.
They
Bloomberg.
put them off, and
But Bloomberg will get it done.
they put it off, and then they just wait till they die, pretty much. And that's when they usually pay it off.
Bloomberg will get it done.
And, you know, they don't pay it off. That's how it just works.
Bloomberg will
Most
get
of the
it
time.
done.
Yeah, we know, Jay. All right. Yeah, but all Bloomberg I hear is just saying how he's been going more than like Trump, doing a lot more than Trump.
Mhm.
He said he
Kick
wants to
Trump out.
expand on healthcare. He'll expand to take care of like 700,000 New Yorkers. Or
Well, he
he
already
did.
did
He
that.
did that. That's what I meant. He like took care of 700,000 New Yorkers.
He did rebuild after 9/11. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and then like he lowered the costs of Obamacare. He didn't tear it down. He wants to beat the NRA. And he wants to
Now
make
that-
nationwide gun safety. I don't know how anybody feels about gun safety and everything about that, but I'm saying you're probably not going to get that done. You're not going to take away guns out of people's hands. They're going to stay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying get rid of guns. I understand that.
Yeah.
But yet, I don't want to not feel safe at school because
Yeah.
some weirdo's going to come in with a AR-15, in which they don't need. You don't need an AR-15 laying around
Yeah.
in your house. Yeah, I mean, I understand maybe like a little handgun or a shotgun that you go shoot or go hunting with, because you have the right to go hunting if you want to.
In the certain area.
But in certain, you can't just go out there. I know that.
yeah.
You know, and you don't need a literal AR-15 in your house, or like all those like really violent weapons you don't need, because like for one, someone could just bust into your house, and I mean, yet you have the right to bear arms, which you could still do with a little gun like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you don't need this huge.
Wait. Are you saying Bloomberg wants to take out the amendment too?
The Second Amendment.
Yeah, the second
Um,
amendment.
No, he doesn't
It's-
want to do that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to take that out.
There's a literal commercial. He said that he was like, Bloomberg doesn't want to get rid of your Second Amendment. He wants to keep children safe.
I see where you're coming from. Yes, you don't need a exotic gun, but I feel people just want to it's a hobby collecting guns,
Yeah.
obviously, but people are probably
Mhm.
going to go against that majorly because of the fact of they
Yeah,
want to
that
keep their
that's
guns.
the thing. Right now, they're not being punished for that. They're just saying, I can go get whatever I want. I have my gun license. Yeah, I can go get it. And they don't get punished for. They would get punished for owning these like illegal types of guns out there. They would get punished for them, and they wouldn't just like couldn't just own them. You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you see YouTubers and YouTube videos all the time of like exotic weapons or cool weapons or something like that. Take
Yeah.
no hate against this YouTuber, but a very big YouTuber, very popular, Demolition Ranch. He owns the most exotic guns you could think of, Barrett 50 cals, whatever.
Mhm.
He owns it. And he'll obviously go against trying to get the bigger guns taken away. Because it's kind of obvious. If you're going to own those big guns, you want to use them. So they won't want them to get taken away.
And his
See,
viewers too.
Yeah, and his
The
viewers.
thing is, he can go to a gun range, for
Yeah.
example, and not he doesn't have to own the gun, but he can go to a gun range where he can shoot the gun that he wants, and any gun probably. I'm assuming. I'm not totally sure, like what would be the limit or anything like that. But he could, if he wanted to, he could go out there and just shoot a gun at a gun range, and doesn't have to worry about anybody getting hurt with their with guns in their house or anything like that. Like the really exotic guns that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But the small ones that would you have the right to bear arms.
Yeah, like basic fire, like 9mm, those kind of stuff.
And of course you have to have a license for all of that. So.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna really enforce the license policies.
Which is good because it's not really happening right now with
Yeah.
Trump.
Like I said, it's obviously your opinion who you like. We are just stating the facts and our simple opinions. Yeah, we're going a little in depth on Michael Bloomberg, but we're just simply stating our facts and opinions. I think that he's saying he doesn't want to change your Second Amendment, but there might be a change, potentially, if he's trying to get rid of those exotic guns. But then
Yeah,
again,
it's-
there might not be, obviously. You just don't know, because he's not in office.
It's going to be the Senate's decision or
Yeah.
the House. It's not going to be our decision, of course. So what our opinions are, it's not really going to.
It's not going to
Matter.
affect anything.
It's not going to. They're not going to take a vote on whether they should have it tonight. You never know, actually. Well,
They're not gonna be like Phil.
they're not going to ask us
Yeah.
what's going to happen. So, I mean, I'm not. I mean. It's not. I feel safe in school. I mean, it's not like I'm just sitting there worried about someone coming into our school.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
I actually was reading one time. There is Richfield is one of the safest places in Ohio,
Probably shouldn't say
apart
it.
from
Yeah.
like
Good boy. Where to go?
like
Probably shouldn't say a word this.
well, that doesn't really matter. But just Richfield
It
itself is an area in Ohio that is quite safe, I've heard. And granted,
Well, I mean, there's some idiot teenagers and all that kind of stuff. I
yeah,
mean,
and granted, we don't
and-
live there, so we wouldn't know. But we're saying that area has like a very low crime rate.
Except for Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, we don't talk about that, okay? Yeah, that came out of it
So,
with a Jeffrey Dahmer
The
movie. Right?
Richfield
yeah, they did.
is
I heard about that.
Ross
Richfield.
Lynch.
Richfield has one crime, a violent crime, but 21 property
Jeffrey Dahmer.
crimes.
See, like some of the council people on the Richfield, I'm not saying anyone in particular. I mean, my mom's best friends with one of the council members, and some of them are it's just back and forth bickering, and there's no compromise anymore. There's just I'm right, you're wrong, or there's no in between or anything like that. They state their opinions, and they're like,
That's bad.
mine's right, you're wrong. You're harassing me, I'm right, and it's just sometimes I don't understand why the world just can't compromise with each other.
Well,
why can't we just share?
that's
Okay,
not gonna
well,
work
that's-
because
that-
this happened in the past. Say communism as
Well, I'm not
a
saying
thing.
communism. I'm
But, like,
saying
Well,
I'm not saying share. I'm saying compromise, which is two different.
yeah. Well, Joey was talking about like sharing. That's why I'm building off of that idea. But like
Yeah.
compromise, our world, I feel, will never make it to a compromise. There will
true.
always be
Yeah.
conflict.
Everyone wants power.
Yeah, everyone they just want money. They want fame, or they just want like power, money, fame, clothes, designer stuff. Like you really those type of people really aren't the people that you're gonna find a lot of thorough and strong opinions for stuff. You're gonna find some bland opinions that you'll probably hear from the
Mhm.
next person you're talking to.
I mean, it doesn't have to be out of the ordinary. You just have to have reason to
Yeah.
back up your claims, and like
Yeah,
you can't just make the same claim everybody else is just because of that and want to be a representative for your state. Can't be doing that.
and then like I'm gonna go just one time back to the coronavirus thing. The coronavirus, it's such a big thing. Obviously, we've stated that. So, what if,
Everyone
the Great
compromises and
Depression
helps each
happens,
other.
another Great Depression happens, and this is all theory, another federal law gets put in where you cannot leave your home because they don't want it to spread because it's airborne. So for that, you can't go to work, which means you can't pay your taxes, and it will be hard for you to pay your taxes. So at that point, your taxes are going to get stacked up, and on that, if Bernie was to get chosen, your taxes would be even higher. And
student loans if you have student loans.
that's added on, but it's like,
Of course, student loans is not relevant.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I'm talking about how if the next Great Depression was to happen, how long would it last? Because the coronavirus,
It would be affected for a long, long time.
yeah,
that were
that
to
would leave a
happen.
huge dent in our economy.
Which we're already kind of poor. I mean, the government makes their own money, which
And then at that time, the entire world, either their armies or like just the entire area, it's going to be weak. Like the armies are going to be weak. But in this situation, if war was to break out because of this,
Oh my gosh.
it could possibly be a World War III, and
Population,
we would be
yeah,
going
population
against
would-
China. I would think we would be going against China. And we're not even the strongest army in the world right now. China is. Because take for like World War I or II, I think it was. If we destroyed a Chinese or Japanese plane, they couldn't get that back. But if they destroyed our plane, we would send 3 more back. That's how it was. But now it's going to be the other way around because their manpower is just so insane. It really is huge. So like that, just going back to that, it's just something to think about, honestly.
which we're not saying it's gonna happen. It's just
I don't. I think we have the strongest army
Well, I
right
mean,
now.
it's your
It's
choice.
not even. You can't
All
even.
of our tax dollars go to the military.
Yeah.
And it gets split in though.
That's
It
not
gets split.
100% true.
Yeah, it's
I know,
It's
I
not
just said
100%
that.
true, but
Most of our.
I know where you're coming from, yeah. But like I don't it's just I feel like we're overthinking it almost, but like
You know, it's just like a what if and a what if.
it's
Yeah.
all theories right now.
Hey, I got an idea for a future
But we have the best
TOD
Air
video.
Force.
If y'all want to hear it.
All right.
If y'all ever want to hear a tech unboxing where we find the coolest things under a certain amount of money, you know,
I'm in.
we'll just film it and make it look nice and cool for you.
I'll do it.
And we'll show you the coolest things you can find on the internet.
We better not become an ASMR.
So on our next topic, we should go back to the presidential. Back to that. So like
Yeah.
how we were talking about the Second Amendment and how Michael Bloomberg almost wants to get taken, like how I was saying, there's a maybe that's not what he's meaning, like in the ads that you said, he doesn't want to take away your Second Amendment right, but what if it happens later down? Then what's gonna happen?
Just gotta trust him, right?
But
Gotta trust Bloomberg. He'll get it done.
But like, what if? This is obviously a huge stretch, but what if a revolutionary war happens against ourselves, like how it used to,
mean, a
because of the
civil
Second
war?
Amendment, right? Like a civil war, I mean.
Oh dang.
Civil and
Citizens versus
revolutionary?
government.
Yeah, like what if? I doubt it's gonna happen. It's just a thought.
But we would get destroyed.
Nowadays, war isn't like.
But it's a
It's not really a
democracy, but,
thing.
like,
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a thing, but it's totally different from what it was before.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we would have a revolution.
It's not.
War.
It's
I think we
it's-
would just move.
it's not two big armies
Most people would move.
versing off. It's really a high tech things now because as you see those army commercials all the time, they're saying planes are piloted from the other side of the world, and you know it's not gonna be two huge forces going against each other and colliding like it was. It would be totally different, and I mean you wouldn't even know because yeah, I mean the government, even if you were to use protest, if you're not peacefully protesting, they can use force against you. That's Washington's domestic policy. They can use force against you and to contain you and keep American interests safe. But if everybody in the United States came up and protested, I'm pretty sure that would leave a huge impact on what's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what's your guys' like thoughts on what was I gonna say? Shoot. What is your guys' thoughts on this is it century every 10 years, right? Or 10, 20?
Century's a
century's
decade.
100 years.
Oh shoot, wait, what am I thinking?
Decade.
Decade, yeah, decade. Alright, sorry about that one. What's your guys' views on this next decade?
I think we're gonna have a lot of improvements, but I think technology won't come.
I don't even know.
I think for the first couple years, like first 5, won't be a lot because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
But I think after,
hopefully it's
after
gone.
we're done, I think a lot of improvement would be implemented.
Yeah, about like I was saying earlier, the Black Plague. It was such a huge epidemic, 25 million people dead in Europe, but it only stayed in Europe because they didn't have the technology they do today to carry it from place to place. They don't have planes and all that kind of stuff carrying it constantly. So that's why it only stayed in Europe, I'm pretty sure of. But now, since we have all this technology. I'm saying that our advancement in technology could possibly get us all killed.
Just
Because
saying.
now everybody in
That
humankind
was
is at
the
risk.
plague was before Christopher Columbus. You know that
Yeah, that's
they
what
didn't
he was
find.
pretty
They
much
didn't
saying.
find.
Well, I'm talking about the places that were discovered,
Yeah.
because if it could spread how Corona did, what would happen?
Or you mean the plague?
Or
spread?
yeah, like how Corona spread is how spreading is happening right now, but the Black Plague spread only throughout Europe, and it hit Europe hard. But I don't think it made it anywhere else. That's just an entire topic on itself. But we can talk about that another time. So it's up to you guys if you want to end it here or.
That feels a good first stream. That was pretty
Yeah,
good.
we got a solid 40 minutes. Thank you for everyone coming out. We had a peak of 5 viewers today and an average of 13 minutes watch time. I appreciate the likes. We have, I think, 6 or 5 likes. We have 6. Thanks for the likes, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, 6
Go
likes.
subscribe to the Ohio Boys because I know this is Zach's channel right now.
Yeah,
But
the
this
Yeah.
will be
Subscribe to
put.
the boys.
This will be put on the Ohio Boys.
I will post the Ohio Boys in chat right now. If you don't mind, please, we cannot emphasize this much. Please, go subscribe to that channel. It's all 4 of us, including Kenshin, which he hasn't been here this entire time, and that's okay. We're still gonna give him credit. He's a good friend, and he's part of it. He's gonna be part of our journey. So,
Big good guy gamer.
basically, we're just really trying to get somewhere on this. So,
Hopefully
if
make
you
it
don't
and we'll
mind,
lead it to it,
everyone-
100
John.
subscribers by Zach's birthday.
yeah, 100.
It's our goal.
As you can
100
see at the top
subs.
of the screen. I don't know if that's
Spread the news.
the right sub goal.
Sub goal. Bye.
Spread it faster than the coronavirus.
I wish.
My goodness. And yeah, we just got all serious on that too, and now we're like, "Yep, spread it faster than that."
Alright, guys. I will see you for the next one. The next podcast will probably be on the Ohio Boys, so I will catch you there. But thanks for all of the people who came and dedicated their time to watch us today. I really appreciate it. We all do. We're just gonna keep on grinding out. Hopefully, we're gonna start putting out.
Boys.
We're gonna be putting out content every week now
Gaming,
because we
gaming.
need to get
Vlogs, whatever.
yeah like
Yep.
once spring break
We should
comes, which is
vlog
in a
more.
while. Once summer comes,
Zach will film in school.
but once spring break, Ohio. Once spring break and
Spring
summer
break.
comes, we're gonna be putting out.
That's
a lot
when
of
they
content for you
will be
guys.
grinding.
So thanks everyone for coming
Till
out.
next time.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for coming out. We all appreciate it, and
Yep,
go
thank
subscribe
you.
to the Ohio Boys. Anything else you guys want to say?
All right. See ya, boss.
Peace out,
Yeah.
guys.